Ladies and gentlemen, today we're diving into a story about a car that looks like it was designed by a committee of plumbers during a blackout. Yes, we're talking about the Fiat 600 Multipla, the original Italian minivan before it was cool. This thing was born in 1956, probably as a result of one engineer saying, "What if we made a Fiat 600, but wider, taller, slower, and possibly more humiliating to drive?" Before we roll into the steel and vinyl symphony that is the Multipla, don't forget to subscribe to our Cool Ideas channel, because this is where nostalgia and sarcasm go on long, slow road trips together. Now, imagine it's 1956. Elvis is on the radio. Your best friend just bought a Vespa. But you've got dreams, big ones, like moving 5 family members and a Dachshund across the Alps, slowly. Enter the Fiat 600 Multipla, the world's first real people mover that looks like it was designed during a coffee break by someone who just watched a cartoon. This minivan was only 11 feet 7 inches and 500 millimeters long. That's not a car, that's a shrug on wheels. At 4 feet 9 inches and 450 millimeters wide and 5 feet 2 inches millimeters tall, it had the stance of a confused penguin, but in the best possible way. And yet, somehow, it could seat 6 people. Italian magic or origami, you decide. Powered by a 767 cubic centimeters 4-cylinder engine with a sky-shattering 29 horsepower, the Multipla didn't exactly win drag races. But I believe that wasn't the point. This car taught patience. That kind of patience you develop when you're coasting downhill with a tailwind at maximum possible speed, and yet your friend on a bicycle still beats you to the ice cream stand. But here's where it gets wild. Inside, it was a transformer before transformers were cool. Need space for luggage? Fold the seats. Want to sleep in it? Fold some more. Want to feel superior to everyone in a modern crossover? Just exist in this thing. With configurations for 4, 5, or 6 passengers, the Multipla was like a mobile game of musical chairs, but with fewer arguments and more elbowing. And the taxi version? Legendary. Driver sat up front, solo, next to what looked like a rubber yoga mat. Not for comfort, no, that was for your luggage, or maybe your mother-in-law, depending on the day. In the back, 2 flip-down seats and a bench made sure no one ever forgot what close family meant. It even had a sign that said, "Do not spit," because nothing screams class like preemptive instructions for bodily fluids. Mechanically, it had a rear-mounted engine, rear-wheel drive, and a 4-speed manual transmission that gave you 3 synchronized gears and 1 gear that said, "Figure it out." It handled like a shopping cart with a dream and braked with drum brakes on all 4 wheels, which back then was considered good enough if you believe in miracles. Fuel tank? 29 liters, 7.7 gallons, and it only drank 33.6 miles per gallon, 7 liters per 100 kilometers. Which means you could get your whole extended family to the beach on a single tank and back again if the wind was right and everyone leaned forward on hills. But most importantly, it was fun. It was honest. It was the kind of car that made memories. Birthdays, road trips, first kisses in the backseat while trying not to bump into the carburetor. It wasn't about speed or looks. It was about the journey, the absurd, loud, wobbly journey. And here's the kicker. Back in the late 50s, this little miracle on wheels cost next to nothing. It was the car for the people, a rolling espresso machine for the soul. Back then, the price of a new Multipla was the cost of a small sofa. Today, the restored beauties range from $20,000 to $50,000, depending on condition, history, and how many original "do not spit" signs are still inside. And hey, if you enjoyed this tour through nostalgia on 4 tiny wheels, consider becoming a sponsor of our channel for just $1 a month. That's cheaper than a liter of oil for a Fiat, and I promise it won't leak all over your garage. Links in the description. Let's keep the classics rolling and the laughs coming.